Hi, this is Matt from How To Gizmo. Today I'm going to sort of talk about my first thoughts of owning a AMD Radeon RX Vega 64. I've owned one for around 2 or 3 weeks now. I wasn't originally going to purchase one, but I think the pricing and the way the market is, it sort of forced me to buy one from my way of thinking anyway. I had an AMD RX 580 on back order for ages and ages and ages, and eventually I've sort of given in, and the places that only seem to have the RX 580 in stock were selling them way overpriced. So they were selling them between sort of 300 and 350 to be honest, and I was specifically after an 8GB card. So anyway, I wanted sort of to get a new card, and I would have liked to have also possibly got or moved up to an RX Vega 56, but you just can't find them, to be honest. And again, if they are in stock, they're the pack versions and they're just so expensive. So eventually I brought this card. Basically it's the Sapphire version. I got it online, and this is a discounted one, so it's got the £100 rebate. So I think it was $469. That I think actually is a reasonable price, you know, comparing it to the lower end cards, and if you can actually buy them their cost. So yeah, so far I'm fairly pleased with it. So yeah, I've sort of had this card, used it for a variety of different things. It plays games really well. I'm very impressed with it. Mind you, I've not really owned a high-end graphics card for a long time. Not since sort of 2003 or the days of sort of Unreal Tournament when that first came out. I've just had sort of bog standard graphics cards since then, but I thought I'd treat myself, and I'm building a sort of a new AMD system, and as the you know, they're releasing all this sort of stream of kit, you know, with the Ryzen, the graphics card, and you know, the other sort of CPUs, sort of decided to upgrade. So yeah, I like playing games, and basically I also like playing them across my 3 monitors, especially racing games. So I thought I'd just show you how good this card can perform when using multiple monitors. This is an older game I've got. So what are my first thoughts basically of owning this card regarding games? This is, so it plays all the games fine, max detail like you would expect it. The only thing I would say, and this is what you do here when you're sort of watching other videos and you're sort of reading reviews, is, you know, it does get pretty warm. You do notice sort of the room, especially like this room I'm in now, is quite small. You do notice that the room actually warms up because it's pumping that much hot air out the back. It's quite ridiculous. And I don't know, I mean, I suppose they did release the liquid cool version and obviously the limited edition version, but I don't know why they sort of stuck with like a fan blower design like they've got. They could have, I don't know, given it a slightly better cooler possibly for this sort of first version that was released. I don't know why AMD have actually just like done a blower cooler. I suppose that, I mean, it looks like most of them do, but I would have thought they could have just I don't know, made the design a bit better so it's a bit more efficient at cooling. But anyway, I mean, it is what it is. But the performance of the card I'm really pleased with. I'm yet to sort of do any sort of optimizations with it. I've just literally put the card in and downloaded the driver, and I think there's a newer driver out now, to be honest. I think I'm 17 point something, and I think they've just released a newer one. I haven't tried overclocking it. I haven't tried sort of anything, to be honest. Just been using the card. During sort of video editing, I use DaVinci Resolve, and yeah, it's awesome in that. You know, it churns through your videos really well. Sort of no problems rendering, as you would sort of expect. General noise, due to the fan design, you can hear it, especially if you start bumping up the resolutions. I don't have a 2K monitor or 1440p monitor, but I do use AMD Super Resolution, and I play most of my games when I can in that. And yeah, it's sort of it can become slightly noticeable, especially because I've got the side off the PC and it's sort of next to my head. The PC is very close to me, but you know, it's not major, but it does make a noticeable sound when it revs up. The glowing logo on the card I find pretty amazing. Sort of it matches everything else I've actually got in my system, and the little tachometer on the back is quite cool, but I think a bit pointless. The size of the card is quite chunky and long, but it's not ridiculous, I suppose. It fits in my case quite well compared to my RX 280X that I had. This fits in much better, and it's slightly lighter, I think, as well, so it doesn't hang in the slot so much. But yeah, so far I'm thoroughly sort of pleased with it. I'll probably put another video online soon, showing maybe some of the performance figures that I get from some of the games maybe. So yeah, do please check out. This is sort of a very general video that I was making, just to chat about this card. So yeah, thanks. Speak to you or see you again soon.